Hello, I'm Michael LaCourse. The reason why I chose to study wildlife management, which is also my emphasis for my master's degree, is because working with wildlife and their habitat was a childhood dream of mine. I grew up in Germany in an area known as the Franconian Swiss. Franconia itself is just southeast of Germany within Bavaria. And the Fränkische Schweiz, or Franconian Swiss itself, is within Middle Franconia. This grove of trees was very close to where I grew up. It's called the Druidenhain, which basically means Druid's Grove. Although there is no definite proof that there were ever Druids, it has very interesting stone formations. On the top right is the Walbala. I actually grew up in the shadow of this hill, the top of which has a Bronze Age settlement on there. And this here is called the Wiesent, the River Wiesent. This river flows through almost the entire Franconian Swiss, and it is called Wiesent for a reason. And that reason is this picture right over here. A Wiesent is a European bison which was extirpated in Germany but was later then reintroduced in the Franconian Swiss. There are very few living in nature, mostly in designated areas. Other wildlife which can be found within the Franconian Swiss is the lynx, the European lynx, the red deer, the boar, or Russian boar as people call them here in America, the European fox, and great horned barn owls. When I was a child, I actually already started becoming involved with wildlife. I started a wildlife rescue, which had the goal to help injured animals recover, mainly animals that were injured in vehicle-wildlife collisions. This necessitated that I learned how to properly care of the wildlife and how to keep myself safe as well. So I learned about wildlife early on. When I started this wildlife rescue, I was 13 years old. Now that I am an adult, I actually volunteer with the Idaho Department of Fish and Game at some of their hatcheries, as well as having good relationship with game wardens and helping them catch those that violate our hunting and fishing laws. I personally am a big hunter. I love being out in nature. I love being close to the animals. I didn't put any pictures in the slides because I know there are some people that do not agree with hunting. However, I'm a bow hunter, so that means I'm usually within 10 to 30 yards of the animals, and this in itself is an experience. This also has brought me closer to wildlife management, as I'm seeing how much work is involved to properly care for our herds in Idaho in the Yellowstone ecosystem. However, my end goal is getting into habitat restoration. My master's thesis will be on the effect of wetland restorations on terrestrial animals, because once I'm done, I want to be able to restore habitats for not only aquatic species, but for all species involved. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.